trying to put some, or cut these panels, these lower panels down to size. The problem is, you can see where they go above the rail. I can't get anything behind it to mark it, and because it's all slightly different heights, I didn't want to measure it. So what I'm hoping to do is use a trim bit on the router. You can see in there. You can see in there. That's got a trim bit on it with a little wheel. So basically, the wheel will sit on the wooden batten the other side. We should cut a clean line all the way down the batten to exactly the right height. So let's give it a go. Not done a bad job. So you see that little wheel sat on that batten, and what I did is I put, because I'm going to have some lino down there, and I've put an old scrap bit of lino underneath to get the right height, and then I've gone along like that and it's cut it nice. So I've got to take the board off and just cut the end of that. I can't get the router in there, and it's not done a bad job. Happy with that. I don't know if I've got any 98s. I ain't got enough for a 99. Well, hello people. Just thought I'd make a quick video because I haven't put one up for a while. So thought I'd make a quick video. I've still got a problem with my back. So still got a problem with the old back. So very limited to what I've been doing. One thing I've been doing is drinking lots of tea, and I mean lots of tea. Oh, suit you, sir. So hang on. That's better. Yeah, I've been drinking lots of tea. Lots and lots of tea. All I've been doing the last couple of days is the side panels, the lower wall side panels. Basically, I'm making them out of ply, which I'm going to cover with that stretchable car carpet. See what that looks like. And I'm looking for some fixing methods. If I just put screws straight through into the wall, into the battens, then it's going to look a bit unsightly. So I thought maybe I could put, because they're only just got to be held onto the wall, so I could put some like Velcro on the back and just stick them on. Just stick them straight on. So I'll experiment with a bit of that. So anyway, they're all cut now. There's one tiny little panel where I didn't quite have enough length in the wood to make it in one, so I'm going to have to like put an infill, but that's going to be behind the kitchen units anyway. So I'll finish the side panels, cutting them, that is, to size, cutting them down to height. And as you saw, I just sanded them on the edge, on the very edges, so there's not that sharp edge when I come to put the carpet on. It's not going to have a sharp edge that might cut through the carpet. It's going to be a little bit smoother. So hopefully in the next video I'll be putting the carpet on. And what else to say really? Just been working and working, doing stuff on the house, ready to get rid of that, get out of here. The next big job I think on the van is going to be the electrics. I'm going to have to start thinking about the electrics now, and they confuse the life out of me. I've got a fuse box. I've got a fuse box for the 240 volt hookup as well. I've been looking at batteries, and I'm all over the place with the batteries. I've been like AGM, lead acid, AGM, lead acid, what do I go for? And there's all sorts of stuff out there. There is just so much information on AGM batteries, for example, which I'm sort of leaning towards. Loads of people say no, don't go in, and loads of other people say yeah, go on, it's brilliant. Some people say oh yeah, they started putting them in caravans. Other people say no, I've started taking them out. So I don't know. I'm leaning towards an AGM. The sort of system I'm probably thinking of is going to be, because I'm going to have a solar panel, probably about 200 watt solar panel, about a 220 watt AGM battery, and then I'm going to have a smart charger. Because the van's got one of those intelligent alternators, you can't just have a normal split charge relay on there, so I'm going to have to go for like an intelligent one. I'm looking at the CTEK D250SA. Now if anyone out there's got any information about that, please just feel free to comment. There's another piece of the CTEK that goes with it. Reminds me, I must get my daughter a new hairdryer. There's another piece of equipment that goes with the D250SA, and I think it's called a Smart Pass. It looks the same as the 250SA,
It's called a Smart Pass, and I still can't, even reading the CTEK website, it's difficult to understand what it means. I think all it does is it increases the charge from the alternator to your battery, so it charges quicker. I might be wrong. If anyone's got any information, it'd be great. What I really need is I need a diagram. There's lots and lots and lots of different diagrams online, but the problem is everyone's electrical system is different. So I don't know. Maybe I need to get an electrician in, but it's going to be money, isn't it? Yeah, if anyone's got any advice or comments about the electrical system, I'm thinking with everything, whether it's electrical system, water system, heating system, building a kitchen, I've always tried to think like simplicity is the key. Keep life simple, but and apparently these CTEKs can do everything. They even act as the MPPT controller for the solar panel, so you don't even need one of those. But I do have trouble getting my head around the electrics. I'm thinking, you know, you've got your starter battery, your leisure battery. And then the controller down to the leisure battery. The solar panel comes into the charger on another connection. But then where it gets confusing is this split charge relay business. Where it gets confusing is this split charge relay business. Like apparently the CTEK has to be plugged into an ignition wire so that it recognises that it's a smart alternator. Lost already, so I wouldn't even know how to do that. Definitely would need advice on how to tap into an ignition source. And then obviously when the starter battery is full, it then starts charging the leisure battery. And I've sent an email today to CTEK, not had a response back yet. And that was, I've got two batteries in the van, a starter battery, and I think there's like an auxiliary battery for other lights and stuff inside. But my question was, they are lead acid batteries. So if I have an AGM leisure battery, will the CTEK run okay? Because the charging requirements for lead acid and like for wet lead acid and for AGM gel batteries are different. And with the CTEK charger, it can cope with AGM batteries. That's not a problem. You have to there's a lead comes off of it, and one of the leads you have to earth, and that basically, by doing that, that tells the CTEK that you want it to recognise the AGM battery. But because the starter batteries are wet lead acid, I don't know whether all the batteries have to be kind of like the same. But no idea. So I thought I'd ask the experts. Sent an email to CTEK. Nothing back yet. It's a bit early days yet, but any advice will be greatly appreciated. Also, any advice on where to get the battery. I've seen a battery I really like is the XL 220 amp hour XR 4000. 220 amp hour, I think it is, AGM battery. So I quite like the look of that. Hugh has got one in his van, swears by it. And I'm probably going to have 200 amp hour solar panels. Watts solar panels. And that should give me plenty to go off grid for quite a few days. Which would be nice if I found myself a nice little park up somewhere and I wanted to stay there for a couple of days, so I haven't got to worry about power, which would be rather nice. Anyway, that's me waffling on. Like I say, guys, any advice was really appreciated, anything at all. As I start to plan this electrical system, you know, I need a diagram really. The other, before I do go, the other thing about the electrics as well is I've always been thinking keep it as close to the starter batteries as possible, which are underneath the driver's seat. So I was going to put all the electrics either above the driver's seat area or on the floor under a bench behind the driver's seat. I quite like the idea of having them in the back here, all the electrics with the leisure battery, so that I can just open the back door here, it's all there in front of you, you can work on it, you can do what you want. But my only concern is the fact that it is then 4 metres away from the starter battery. So I'd have to run the positive and negative between the starter and leisure battery, or starter and charger. 4 metres of cable. And I think, from what I can remember reading, is the further away your battery is, the bigger the cable size you need to cope with the amperage. So you don't get a drop in amps or volts, whatever. Anyway, any ideas on that, guys? Please let me know in the comments. So yeah, that's it for today. I'll finish with tea and crack on. Laters, everyone.